get nice and tall. Strong base, strong belly, strong through the hips. I want you to take that right hand. We're just going to reach it to the floor for me. All right, we're just going to do a couple arm circles, nice and controlled. We're going to start reaching that right hand to the sky as high as you can get it. Once you get that top position, you're going to turn that palm outward, start to reach back towards the wall behind you, getting back to that pocket, and let's take that back around. Then coming back that opposite direction, getting that bicep back to the ear, and we're just going to go 2 more, nice and intense. Reach, palm faces you, bicep to ear, turning that palm out as you start to reach back. Back hand to pocket, back to where we started, coming back around. 1 more. Reach that hand, going towards the sky. Bicep to ear, full extension through that arm, turning that palm as you rotate back. And let's go 1 more, getting back by opposite direction. Excellent. All right, let's go switch on out. Left hand reaching to the floor. You're nice and strong through that arm. Start reaching it forward, then to the sky. Bicep to ear. Turn that palm out as you start to reach back. And then opposite direction, reaching back to the wall. Turning palm back towards you. Going back to the front of the body. Back to pocket. 2 more of those. Reach. Bicep to ear. Turn that palm. Take it on back. Reaching back to the sky, out in front, move back down. 1 more full revolution. Out in front, sky, turn palm out, reach, reach, reach. Take it all the way down. Opposite direction for the final time. Until we get all the way back in front of the body. All right, we're going to take it right into a split squat. So you're going to take that right foot back for me. Give yourself a nice strong base. We are on a train track. We're not on a tightrope. You've got a strong base. All right. Once we're in that position, all we're doing is taking that right knee to the floor, or hovering right off the floor, and then driving right back up. Just give me 5 very intentful reps. All right. Pulling down, drive it up. Go ahead and reset. Let's take that left leg on back, brace through the belly. Pulling that knee on down, hovering off the floor, and then strong drive. Just have 5 reps if you're with me. If you're already doing some prep before this class started, you can pick up that pace a little bit more. Excellent. All right, back to standing position. We're just going 3 inchworms, so feet underneath the hips. Drive those hips back, strong through the belly, proud in the chest, and then round that body forward, taking those hands to the ground. Control the hips, strong to the shoulders as we walk those hands out. Strong plank position. Breathe. And then let's drive those heels back, drive those hips up and back, and then let's start walking those hands on back. Nice tall position. Reset through the rib cage, reset through that belly and hips. Drive those hips back. Reach those hands to the floor. Walking on out. Once you're ready, press through the heels, drive the hips back. Nice and tall. Brace for the final time. Hips drive back. Hands to the floor. Walking those hands on out. Strong plank. Heels press back. Hips press back. Final time. Walking hands back. All right, so past couple of weeks, especially last week, we worked in some drop squats. We're going to do another variation of that, but we're going to start off with our traditional 5 drop squats. All right, we're very low impact, but we're thinking intensity here. So you're on your second floor. It's not about how hard you hit the floor, it's how fast you come down and then absorb. All right, so in a second, you're going to be nice and tall. When I say down, you hit that athletic position. This is not an athletic position. Even if you have that mobility, you can't do anything out of there. All right, you're just getting into your athletic stance. All right, nice and tall. And down. Tall. Down. Tall. Down. Tall. Down. Last one, tall. Down. All right. If you know what your non-dominant side is, you're landing on that leg. We're going double contact to single contact. If you don't know what your dominant side is, do the side you don't feel like doing first. So in a moment, you're going to be double, and we're going to land on single. All right, 5 reps on each side. We're not alternating. 5 on your non-dominant. Nice and tall. Yep. Excellent. All right, switching to that dominant side. Nice and tall for me. Yep. Tall. Yep. Tall. Yep. Last two. Tall. Yep. Last one. Yep. Relax. All right, so hopefully we're awake by now. If you're here at the beginning of class, you know what we're doing as far as workload. You know we're working supersets today. You got 2 movements. We're working 3 rounds before we move into our second and then third superset. So you're going to feel a little bit more fatigued today than our traditional kind of running through a lot of movements and then circling back in one of our circuits. So just keep that in mind as we get to that third round. Hopefully you're going to be feeling a little more gas in that muscle group or that movement pattern that we're training. All right, on that, let me get my trusty little timer going. Start off with just some good old-fashioned prisoner squats. You're going to interlock those fingers behind the head. Find your natural squat position. Brace through that belly. Let's pull on down. 40 seconds. You set your pace. You're in control of your depth. If you can get down to that 90, great. Break that 90. Wonderful. As long as you can control that movement. You feel structure through the belly. You feel structure through the hips the entire time. Working that exhale as you stand, breathing out of that straw. And relax. All right, so a lot of you know the renegade rows, where we stay stable through the hips, and we work that all-chain row in that plank position. We're actually going to encourage rotation today. So when you work that row, I want you to bring your trunk with you, including your hips. All right, let's hit that high plank position. Whichever arm you want to start off with is fine with me. You're going to row and rotate the body back down and alternate. We're strong through the hands. We work that strong exhale. And you're working as if you have a 50-pound dumbbell in your hands. Pull that shoulder down away from your ears as you row. And every time you reset in that plank, I want those shoulders down away from those ears. You're long through the heels, long from top of head. And relax. All right, quick little breather. And we're getting back to those prisoner squats. All right, we got 3 rounds of this. We're 1 down. Breathe. If that last round was a little taxing, having hands behind the head, you can always take it to a traditional air squat where you reach the hands out in front. All right, which looks more like this. Let's work. But if you can get those hands behind the head and still not stress the back out, we're working that prisoner squat. Chest stays proud. Hips drive back. Looking out in front of the body, not looking straight down, not looking straight up. Give me 1 more, and relax. All right, big breath. Got a little time to recover. In a moment, we're hitting that plank position. We're working that single arm row in that plank position with rotation. So really encouraging that rotation today. All right, plank position, let's work that row. So as you row, you're turning through the hips, you're letting the feet pivot. We're strong through that support hand, so that hand that's on the ground. About 10 seconds left. Once you're strong with that exhale, give me 1 more. Once you finish up that rep, relax. Back to that same position. We got our final round of our prisoner squat, and then with our plank row rotation. All right. After that, we're going to be mixing in some lunges and mixing up a little bit of flow. All right. Squat position. Hold on down. Again, working out prisoner if you can. You're starting to get a little taxed in that position, starting to feel that low back talking. Again, reach those hands out, reach forward as you drop, and then pull those arms back in as those hips drive forward. Eighty seconds left. Your tempo is up to you today. Give me one more. Relax. All right, final time. That plank with rotation, that rotational row, and then we're done with those two. All right? And then moving right along. We're not taking breathers before we get to our next superset, by the way. Your breather is still only 20 seconds as we transition. Plank position. Let's work that row. Turn through those hips. You can almost think about your belly button being a flashlight. Where you're looking is where your flashlight's pointing. So you're bringing that trunk. You're bringing those hips with you in that row. So whether we're working a rotation with cable, or whether we're working our row with rotation, and relax. All right, back to our standing position, but we're going alternating reverse lunge. Do whatever you want with your hands. You can reach them out as we step back. You can go prisoner, you go straight up, bracing the belly. Whatever you want to work through, you're in charge, but we're going to reverse lunge, not forward. All right, let's work. And hopefully you'll notice in my reverse lunge, I'm just stepping back far enough to get my back knee still underneath my hips. Okay, so I'm not stepping all the way back. I'm not opening up the hips too much and losing structure in that lunge. Still strong in that upper back. Still strong through that belly. Last 3, 2, and relax. Eyes on me, ears on me, you're relaxing. All right, we're going to work a 2-part movement. We're going to be in a plank position. All right, you're going to work a scap retract where you squeeze the shoulder blades back, pressing away, and then we're going to work a sit back, scap retract, and then sit back. 2 different movements. Do them both fully before moving back onto the next. Plank position, scap retract, press away, sit back, breathe. Plank, scap retract, press, sit back, breathe. Work that full scap retract. Make sure we press back away after we collapse and pull those shoulder blades back before we get into our sit back. If you haven't done a scap retract before, it might feel a little weird trying to not allow those elbows to bend, but those arms are staying straight and strong. And relax. All right, back to that reverse lunge. I hope we're starting to feel a little something right now. Body temperature should be up to say the least. Heart rate may not be spiking, but you feel a little toasty by now. All right, big breath. Reverse lunge. Brace the belly. Let's work. And with that lunge, you're not doing a giant step back. You're stepping back just enough to get that back knee to stay underneath the body. You're driving through that front heel. You're light on that back foot, and you're in charge of your tempo. Three, two, and relax. All right. Let's take a couple deep breaths before we get into that plank position. Again, scap retract, and then through that sit back, where knees stay off the ground. We're nice and long. We're gonna feel those lats working in that sit back. All right, let's work. Plank position, scap retract, sit back. As we work that scap retract, you're strong in the hands. You're still trying to pull those shoulders down. Ultimately, I want you to try to feel those wings. I want you to try to feel those lats down the side of your body working. Give me one more strong rep. And once you're through it, you're up. All right. My first beat is sweat just hit the ground. I'm getting a little toasty. All right, we got one more round of that reverse lunge and that sit back, and then we're moving on to our final superset for today. All right, brace, let's work. So coming up after our sit back or scap retract, we're gonna come over to a seated position. We're going to work a hip extension with an overhead reach. All right, if you've done my strength flow class, you should be a little familiar with this movement. Snuck it in quite a bit. We're supersetting that with bear crawls. If that supine hip extension with that reach is too much, you're just going to give me glute bridges and relax. I'll demo this quickly once we get through this scap retract and sit back. Pretty much when we get done with this movement, just go and stay on the ground. Save yourself a burpee. All right, plank position. Strong scap retract, press away, sit those hips back, press into the ground, long through the arms, before setting up for your next scap retract. And only shoot for the amount of depth that you can control in that scap retract. So if you feel your belly reaching for the ground, you're kind of dropping the whole body trying to do that scap retract, you're trying to find too much range of motion. You don't own that. You don't have that yet. Okay? So just work what you have. It could be a half an inch. You want to travel 4 inches. It's all up to you. All right, relax. Stay on the ground. Eyes on me. Your feet will be flat on the ground. Your hands will be behind you. This is our supine hip extension. Okay? And then we're going to add in a reach and back down. We're going to switch out every hand. If that's too much, I want you just to give me good old-fashioned glute bridges. All right, hands behind us. Drive those hips up, knees go forward. Work that reach. As we work through this, I really want you to think about shifting your knees forward so you're becoming as long as you can from your kneecap through your hip. All right, so you're trying to make that leg long. So we put this more into the glute, less of the low back. And that strong reach, opposite hand over opposite shoulder, sneaking in some rotation. And finish up that rep and relax. So I mentioned bear crawls. All right, you know what they are. Just in case you don't, you're going to be on hands and toes and knees underneath the hips. From a side profile, it looks like this. Opposite hand, opposite foot. If you have a lot of room to travel as far as you want forward and back. I'm going to keep mine at 6 reps. Set it up. So that's 3 on each side going forward for me. And then same thing going back. You've got your favorite glass of wine on that back. You're trying not to spill it. If margaritas are more on your mind, you've got your favorite margarita on your back. You're trying not to spill it. And relax. Or if you're like me, you're trying not to spill your protein shake. All right. Feet outside the hips. We're going with that hip extension with that overhead reach. Drive those knees forward. All right, let's work. Really working that exhale every time we work that hip extension. But ultimately, I want you to breathe whenever you feel tension. Your lungs will open on their own. Get that glute bridge is an option, is a great option. If this is just a little too much for you, whether it be wrist, whether it be shoulder limitation, relax, or anything in between. All right, get back to that bear crawl. About to wrap up that second round. We had that third round to finish, and then we're done with strength for today. Got a little bit of a finisher to work through. We'll empty that gas tank there. All right. On the hands, on the balls of feet. I'm going 3 on each side, going forward. Nice and controlled. Very intentful in every rep. And then work in reverse. You don't have to make big giant steps. Yeah? We're really just working little baby bear crawls, cup crawls. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Final round, working that hip extension. Finishing off with that bear crawl for our strength today. I've gotten well above 1 bead of sweat over here by now. All right. Feet flat on the ground. Shift those knees forward as we work that hip extension and reach. And you can slow things down. I've got a decent little tempo going. But you can really spend some time in that overhead reach position, staying strong through that midline, strong through that arm, challenging that rotation. And relax. Final time bear crawl. Some of those hands are getting a little tired on these last 2 minutes. I'd like to kind of save these for the end. So if you do hit fatigue, just take that little extra breather. Come back when you can, all right? Last 40 seconds here. Set it up. Little walks. Really concentrate on reverse. So we tend to get a little bit sloppy. Already halfway. So if you're thinking about quitting, try to fight through it unless you're breaking down and take that breather. But if you're just getting tired, try to fight 8 seconds. And relax. Woo. Take a couple of deep breaths. Let's get that head above our heart. See how we're doing on time. Ooh, we're right on time. So we're going to jump right into our 2-minute finisher. I know the guy who's teaching the next class. You won't mind if we butt up against it. All right. We're going 10 on, 10 off. Rotation pogos. Okay? So we did this a few weeks ago. You're going to be working quick on the feet, quick in the hips. Breathe. It's only 10 seconds of work. So with that in mind, you're working as hard as you can for those 10 seconds. All right? It's only 2 minutes of cardio here. That's nothing for you, all right? Breathe. Athletic position. Those feet move as fast as they can. Your hips rotate. Let's go. 4, 3, faster. 2, 1, relax. Deep breath. Set it up. Let's work. Light on those feet. Quick with those hips. Quick, 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 quick. Relax. Breathe. Set it up. Let's work quick. Hands move. Arms move. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Ooh, I'm getting sloppy. I can tell. In that lateral movement. 1 minute down. 1 to go. Let's work. Stay low, stay low. Relax. Woo, breathe. Set it up. There's work. And relax. One more. One more. This is going to be your fastest one yet. All right. You saved it all for this one. 2, 1, go. Stay low, stay low. Woo, relax. Breathe. For time's sake, in fact, your heart rate should be too skyrocketed if you worry about stretching right now. I'm not going to get you to stretch today. I'm going to show you what I want you to do, either after abs, if you're doing abs, or once your heart rate gets back down. All right? Really want you working on that hip flexor. So we're working a lot. Working that extension, tucking under, long from head to knee. Working that lateral reach in eventually, so we can really try to get that lateral line open back up. Some of those moves we did today. Outside of that, I want you to work on wrist. Okay? Palms to the ground, fingers towards you, and we're just working rocks. Okay? We're going as far as you feel comfortable with. No pain. Just trying to get those wrists to decompress a little bit off that work we did on today.